Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an episode of some career mode goodness. And unfortunately, as you guys are witnessing right now, we have two injured players. We have Agar and Mvia as well. Those are the two injured players who have been ruled out. I believe they're both out for about 3 weeks, so although it's not the longest time, it is still a bit of an inconvenience. But fortunately, because of the squad depth we have at the club, it isn't going to be too hard to replace both of those players, especially over the relatively short period of 3 weeks. 3 weeks in the grand scheme of things really isn't that long. If you take a look at one of the players that I signed during the summer transfer window, Massi there, Alberto Massi, he's now 70 rated, as you can see, as you're looking at him right now. He's injured. He was out for 9 months, I think. I think we still have something like 7 months left of his injury, which is just a huge blow because he was one of the players I was really excited to use. But like I said, we have Quatez there who can fill in for Agar. We also have Lucas Leiva as well, who can fit into that center defensive midfield spot. And Lucas is just so awesome to play in this game. Ever since I've been using MV, I've kind of not given Lucas the sort of time of day recently, and ever since I put him in, his ball stopping and his interceptions and everything like that, his slide tackles are just immense. They really are impressive. He's always in the right place at the right time. He very much holds that defensive mid. Again there, he intercepts that sort of pass there with a header, and he's just been fantastic in the games that I've played with him recently. I really, it's kind of made me think, do I really want Mvia to be that #1 player in that defensive midfield role? Because there's no doubt about it, Leiva has been putting up some great performances recently, but some good passing play here, a good nice 1-2 between Sturridge and Coutinho there. Aubameyang strikes, unfortunately nothing came out of that, but we were 1-0 up against Newcastle, and 5 goals for Sturridge at the moment. That is currently the league best. As you can imagine, 5 goals isn't that much, but we are very much in the infancy of the league, so we have to keep that in mind when we're taking a look at some of the goals. But I think it was last season Sturridge was the main goal scorer, and I think in every sort of in every team that I've played with, I've always had the top goal scorer, and I'm pretty sure that's just down to because I'm actually really quite good at attacking wise when it comes to career mode, but defensively is where I'm let down. I'm not that great at defending, but attacking I create good opportunities, and a fantastic ball played through to Aubameyang there. He takes it on his right foot, which was really well done. Unfortunately, he just couldn't guide it around past the keeper, which is a little bit unfortunate, but those sort of things happen. And Lucas Leiva there plays a beautiful ball through to Sturridge, and oh my days, Sturridge, that was some hell of a finish. That was just quality there. From that sort of angle as well, to put it past the keeper right into the far post, that was so impressive, and well played to him. That was a really nice effort. 2-0 up against Newcastle, and we're in the 81st minute, and there I almost broke down in tears with laughter. I could have sworn if that had gone in, I would have literally pissed myself, probably dashboarded just for the sake of it, and that would have just been funny. There's actually been I did a career mode with another team that I don't want to talk about just now, and I did it kind of as a trial run just to see what they were like in career mode, and the other team actually conceded a goal just like that. And it was so funny. The keeper just misses it, and it just walks itself into the net pretty much. But if we take a look at some of the numbers, there's a few people like, Cal, could you please just sort out the numbers? And I was like, you know what, I'll do it. It's not something that I'm too bothered about, but I understand a few of you guys out there definitely have some things going on with it. But I changed the only kit number that I did change was the keeper Ulreich there over to a #1 because he was something completely way off. And for me, that's probably the most important number in the team. You obviously have the number 9s of the team as well, and yeah, so if you guys have anyone else that you'd like to see me change, feel free to put it in the comments, guys, the number that you think would suit a certain player, that sort of thing. And who knows, I might even do a contest to, you can have your favorite number on a certain player or whatever, and we'll just make it a little bit interesting. But do let me know in the comments if there's any other player you think has got to have a certain number, or something along those lines. There's no way I'm going to change Gerrard's number, because Gerrard's number is just Gerrard's number. There's no way we're changing anything like that. But yeah, so a game against Manchester United. I believe this is a Capital One Cup game, and to draw a team like Manchester United so early on, I was literally like, how the hell does that work? And another thing I was like, how the hell does that work, is how Ashley Young scored from that sort of angle. That was such a tight angle there. but he still managed to score it. I was like, since when does he have that sort of finishing ability? But Asaidi does a great job of just getting into the box. Unfortunately, he takes it on his left foot, and De Gea just played amazing this game. He was literally outstanding. He was like Superman flying around, you know, chucking out his hands and stuff just everywhere. Unfortunately, a poor effort there from Sturridge, you know, on his left foot as well. That should be on target. But going into halftime, like I said, it's the Capital One Cup, and I was just disappointed with the draw I got. You know, I felt as though Manchester United were a pretty harsh team to get really early on, and the Capital One Cup is something I failed pretty hard at last season. But Arsenal fans, show me some love for that. I got Robin van Persie injured. Where is the love? You know, just show me the love. RVP is down and out for a few seasons. You know, that should really hold them at bay. You know, they might even lose a few points because of that. Another fantastic effort there from Aubameyang, but full time 1-0 to United, and they came out of that winning. And I have to admit, I'm a little bit disappointed because the Capital One Cup, you know, that's an important cup. It's a cup I really wanted to do well in this season. It's something I didn't do well in last season, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to pick up anything out of that. So, like I said, a little bit disappointed, but you got to get up and move on with those sort of things. But we had the league to focus on, and we had Wigan in our sights, and Sturridge there very early on in the second minute fires one into the back of the net. That was just lethal. For some reason at the moment, you guys will see in the up and coming games as well, that I'm actually scoring a lot of goals really early on, and Wigan there get a strike. I honestly thought the deflection might go against me, but fortunately it was okay. I maybe should have cut inside there with Sturridge, sorry, not Sturridge, Aubameyang, using the fake shot, but I didn't do that. And as you can see, Sturridge with 13 goals across all competitions, which is just fantastic. You know, he's already starting to rake in the goals. A really decent effort there from Wigan from just outside of the box. I was pretty impressed with that. I honestly didn't think it would do too much, but the keeper was in the right place at the right time. And I want to briefly just touch on the keeper situation. You know, I have to admit, Ulrich, he's been good, he's been solid, but he doesn't look like he's growing that well or that impressively. You know, with a lot of the other keepers that I've used, it seems as though, you know, they do tend to go up in rating relatively quickly. Unfortunately, Ulrich isn't that guy. So let me know as well, guys. Do you think he should be on his way out during January transfer window, or do you think I should hold on to him just for a little bit longer? But back to the game, 3-1 up. Things were looking tasty. I was feeling pretty comfortable in the position we were in, and things were looking good. A really beautiful chip through ball, and oh my god, that was actually such wonderful play there from Wigan. They did manage to get the rebound, and it was Kone that managed to seal the deal for them. And again, another rebound off the post goes to them to make it 3-3. I mean, there's being unlucky, and then there's just getting straight up dicked, and I just got dicked there. I mean, fair play to them, you know, they did well to produce the opportunities, but still, I felt unlucky that, you know, both rebounds went straight to them. This game, I actually played Munai in there as a center attacking mid ahead of Coutinho. Coutinho was a little bit low on the old fitness, and unfortunately, we just couldn't seem to put it into the back of the net, so it ended up 3-3, and that we're taking away 1 point away from that, and in honesty, I would have loved 3 points from that, and I'm sure a lot of the fans as well would have really appreciated 3 points, but it wasn't meant to be. And that'll end it for today's episode, guys. I hope you guys have all enjoyed this, and if it does hit 2,000 likes, you know, relatively quickly, let's say before 7 p.m, then I'll happily upload another episode. I hope you guys have all had a cracking day, and I'll see you in a bit, guys. Bye bye.